Nowadays, everything moves so fast. People are always chasing something.
Better grades, better job, better version of themselves. They follow trends, depend on others, and sometimes they let their emotions shape by what they see. Then I start thinking, if the world keeps changing so fast, then what I need to understand isn't the world, but myself, my mind, so I won't get drifted by what surrounded me.
So, what if understand the world starts with understand the mind that sees it? And that's where it all began for me.
In class the other day, when a teacher was talking, my mind kind of drifted away. Then I replayed most of my days. I went to school late. I forgot breakfast. I worried about tests. Class ended. I went home and it just repeated day after day. Time was flying. However, I wasn't really there. Then I felt this small emptiness inside myself, like something wanted to shout, ah! Really couldn't. Then that day made me think a lot. And I realized that in the past, when things got overwhelming and difficult, I just say to myself that, nah, it's fine, don't worry. It's gonna be better, but I didn't do anything. I just told myself that. I wasn't really listening or even pausing. So I realized that from that day, I didn't want my life to feel meaningless anymore. I wanted to mean something. So I started making plans and using my learning planner at school more effectively. I write my goals, my outcome goal, and some small action, what I'm gonna do. I even create some to-do lists on some apps like this. And I even used Google Calendar to organize my day so I'll know what I want to achieve and when. It sounds a lot simple, right? But it actually helped me. Because when you start knowing what you want to do, you will stop letting them pass away. That's when I start wondering if a little bit of awareness can change how my day feels, then how powerful could the mind really be? There's a story from a Georgia lore. One day, a man took a long walk in the forest. Accidentally, without knowing, he wandered into paradise. Fortunate, isn't he? After that long walk, he felt tired and thought, I wish I could rest somewhere. Then, in front of his eyes, stand a beautiful tree with large branches, and underneath are some cozy, comfy grass. He sat down and rested. When he woke up, he felt hungry and thought, I wish there's some food here. Then, instantly, all of his favorite food appeared. He ate so well, leaned back and thought, isn't this amazing? Wow, is this heaven or some kind of magic? What if ghosts live here? At the moment when he think of ghosts, they appeared, terrified. He imagined them attacking him, then killed him. And they did. The tree didn't choose what to give to him. It simply gave what's on the man's mind. Wow, don't try to go to a forest and look for a Kabavatsa tree these days. You can barely find one. But if you know how to direct your mind, then that's your tree. Because of a well-established mind, one that's calm, aware, and steady is a wish-fulfilling one that shapes tomorrow. Now you might be wondering, how could I make my mind like that tree? how could I make my mind so powerful, so clear and peaceful? All the good things and terrible things we've created first come from our mind. So learning how to have a well-established mind is extremely important. Because if we can't get our mind the way we want it, then everything in the world will still be chaotic. Every human being, no matter where they are, is always searching for the same thing, pleasantness. When it happens in our body, we call it health and pleasure. When it happens in our mind, we call it peace and joy. When it happens in our emotion, we call it love and compassion. When it happens in our energy, we call it bliss. Whether someone's working in an office, going to school, or maybe sitting in a bar, or praying in a temple, they still search for the same thing, pleasantness within and pleasantness around them. So, how can we have all of that? How can we be like that tree? Here's something that I usually do, and I'm gonna share with you today. Step 1. Remind yourself every morning that today, wherever I go, I will create a peace, joy, and loving world. If you fall down hundreds of times, it doesn't matter because hundreds of lessons have been learned. And for someone who truly commits to have a peace, love, and joyful world, failure doesn't exist. Step 2. Be mindful of your present. Meditation is a very good technique to be mindful of the present, but sometimes it might be a bit inconvenient for situations like when you're in a meeting or sitting in a class. So here's some simple things you can do but can be really helpful. For me, when my mind starts drifting away, I quietly toss my tongue to the roof of my mouth, or maybe clench my teeth just a little bit to remind myself that I'm in the present and to feel grateful for what's around me. And surprisingly, at that moment, I felt so happy. I felt peace, love, and joy, the pleasantness that everyone has been searching for. Because the moment your inner world becomes peaceful, your outer world begins to reflect it. And that's what it means to become your own Katowice tree. The mind that's so steady and alive that whatever you imagined with clarity and love will start becoming real. Maybe real change doesn't start out there, but right here, in the mind. If our mind is shattered, the world we build will be too. But a peaceful mind creates a peaceful world. So, before chasing something new, ask, what kind of world am I creating from my mind right now? Because every thought is a seed. Let's make sure what we plant grows in peace, love, and joy. Be the Katowice tree, steady, giving, and clear. And that's how we shape tomorrow.